How do you troubleshoot underperforming campaigns on native ads? This question isn't an easy one to answer in one video, as every single problem you'll be facing will be a little bit different from the next. We've actually covered this quite extensively in the Native Hub, so go check that out if you want to find out more. But the beauty of native ads are that each and every problem you're facing has an explanation and therefore a solution. One of my favorite things as a media buyer on native is the lack of a black box. The algorithm works in a comparatively simple CPM-based auction. Essentially, all native networks work towards the same goal, providing the highest possible value per impression for a publisher while maintaining a certain quality of advertisers. This means that you need to approach your campaigns from the perspective of achieving competitive CPMs, not just what CPCs you're inputting. But let's get into the troubleshooting. Firstly, let's start by identifying your problem. One of the most common problems is a struggle to spend money, especially in tier 1 geos like the US. This typically means that you're struggling to enter and win the auction. The most common reason for this is that your CPMs just aren't high enough. You can get CPM benchmarks by device type and by country from almost any network. Just ask your account managers for this. If your CPMs are below the average, you need to increase your ad CTR with clickier ad headlines or increase your CPC. We recommend a mix of both, moderately increasing your CPC while working on new ad headlines to increase your ad CTR. Try not to sell in your ads and rather attract the people you want into your funnel with headlines that apply to them over other groups on the native feed. The second problem is performance, which is a bit trickier to troubleshoot as it's possibly not a problem with your campaigns, but rather with the post-click funnel you're using. Remember, data is your friend, and because you're not in a black box of Facebook or Google, you can use this data to see what you need to fix. Assuming your CPMs are good enough, the next step is to check your publishers. Analyze this data by looking at your average landing page CTR or other soft funnel events like add to cart, page view of your product page, or even scroll depth to see if your top publishers are underperforming. If you have substantial spend on publishers that are 20 to 30 or more below your average CTR, consider bidding down or excluding them to focus your spend on other publishers that are performing better. If your publishers are of good quality, or all of them have a bad landing page CTR, including big name ones that you recognize like MSN, Yahoo, Fox News, etc., then you need to look further into your funnel. Start by looking at your landing page performance. Ideally, you're running a few here to split test using a tracker like Volume. If your landing page CTR is very low, typically below 10%, then consider creating new ad headlines and landing pages that funnel the user through the content more efficiently. If you're running low CTR pages, it either means that the users that you're sending to the page are expecting something else and jumping off when they get there, or the content isn't convincing enough. Either way, you need new ad headlines and content pieces that fit better together. Get help here if you're unsure of what to do next. Lastly, if the publishers are looking good and your landing page CTR is okay, check the metrics on your product page. Often I see e-commerce stores running traffic to a homepage with dozens or even hundreds of different products. This isn't ideal for native as you're reaching cold users who don't know anything about your brand. Consider sending them to a product page with a limited selection of your top sellers to increase conversion rate. If you're already doing this, it might be that your product is just too expensive or not a spontaneous enough of a purchase for people to buy immediately. Retarget the clicks you're buying on other channels or try a lead generation funnel to capture interest and convert it via something like email. When all fails, get help. The hardest part of native ads are getting your first funnel in order. Once you have that, the rest is honestly walk in the park. We've had campaigns run for literally years on similar or almost identical funnels at consistent profitability and scale. So the work to crack the funnel can absolutely be worth your time. I hope you enjoyed these videos and that I was able to provide you as a native advertiser value in your day-to-day on Taboola and Outbrain. We're working on resources for native advertisers, and our goal here is to enable the growth of brands, agencies, and performance marketers across native channels around the world. If you're interested in learning more or have feedback, leave your comment below or check out our website, www.xevio.io, to see the latest of what we're up to. Happy buying and all the best from all of us here at Xevio.